The late Alex Haley, author of Roots, lived his life by these 6 words: find the good and praise it.
I am from strong family roots, benefiting from both sets of grandparents being close by. Vi and Clayton were more like friends and traveling companions until a switch was required from the willow tree.
Find the good and praise it. You and I know Alex Haley did just that primarily. How did he do it? He did it through stories, usually about family and usually about community. This evening we will hear stories in poetry from 25 of our own diverse Greenville family.
And 25 poems based on the theme, Where I Am From, are about to be shared with you. Tonight you will get a glimpse of the distinct lives of these people. You will witness firsthand the diversity in our community, and you will both recognize how very different we are and how very much alike we are. Afterwards, you will, I promise you this, you will be reflecting upon your own lives and the many events and experiences that shaped you.
I'm from Snap, Crackle, and pop culture. All day, every day, no Ernest Hemingway, I'll put that book down. I don't give a Faulkner who it drives wild. I'm from loving hard and learning hard and laughing so hard it hurts. You know, that eyes shut, jaw locked, paralyzing laughter. I'm from 6 hugs a year, but enough support to last a lifetime. I like to call it Maslow's hierarchy of weird family traditions.
I am from a woman that taught us right from wrong and always emphasized doing the right thing. And whenever a charge was brought against me, I was guilty until proven guilty.
I am from red clay dirt, hard-packed, rotor-tilled, ruts, shining in the simmering sun, singing out for seed, and watching for the weeds that spring up all too quick in the hand-hoed rows that run straight until tomorrow.
I am from what you see right before your eyes. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6'5" white man. A human amalgamated from X's and Y's. A human with soul from soul. A human that loves Diet Coke and chicken wings. An amateur sesquipedalianist full of anthropomorphisms. The Korean Oliver Twist. The convictions, wisdom, and empathy of Atticus Finch. I am from what you see right before your eyes.
I was a child of the 80s, and just like Molly Ringwald, the cute guy was my happy ending. Love was conditional, and I was blamed and shamed. Do this, do that, do it this way, no, not that way. My life as a bee conditioned swarmed, perfection was always expected of me. Every minutia critique, every action evaluated, too big, too small, big butt, big nose, too nice, not nice enough, not the smartest, only a cheerleader, never measuring up, yet here you see, I surpassed their dream of me.
I can hear my mother say, Nigel, listen to me. All I want you to do is make your mother proud. I can hear my father, who is now in heaven, say, son, it is not easy at all, but one thing I want you to know is you can do it. That is where I'm from. The smell and taste of West Indian food is also where I am from.
I own Boardwalk and Park Place, and I will invade Kamchatka when you least expect it. I will build a palace of cardboard and a kingdom of dirt, and I will make you laugh. The pale cinder block walls were confining and ugly. The rows, the lines, the expectations, the judgment.
I was born to a Jewish mother, smothered me with love, then threatened to withdraw it every time I stepped out of line. Forbade me from making friends with kids that she thought were dangerous. Later on, she did that with girls, too. So I dated clandestinely. I lost my virginity on my wedding night, and I spent a lot of time lonely and alone.
So as you hear these readers today, they have gone through a process where they created an emotional space in their life so they can bring their story to you. Now, what does a poet look like when they're writing? My mother will tell you they look like they're doing nothing. And she had no idea that looking out the window, that staring off into space, that I was actually writing poetry. And it takes that sort of concentration to sit with yourself, to reflect in order to go deep.
I am from high expectations. I am a piece, not from Woodstock, but through my mama's papa. 7 generations, the dark corner, moonshine and newspaper ink coursing through our blood, Jerry Springer, Sally Jesse Raphael, Phil Donahue, I am from high expectations.
Where I'm from, I grew up in America. They used to call me wetback, illegal, alien, immigrant. Growing up, they told me, get out of my country, go back where you came from. Where am I from? I grew up in the fog of my own insecurities with racism, sexism, and my nationality. To me, all of this is insanity. My heart pumps blood and oxygen. How could you rob me of my humanity just to feel good about yours?
In the protective arms of my father, in the loving arms of my mother, I was born into parched dirt, fig trees, whitewashed walls, and ancient grapevines, gnarled and burdened with the history of the place where civilization began.
Tonight, really through these poems, we've witnessed how, as they say, poetry dances the truth. We've heard the truth tonight. I feel like I know all of these 25 people very well, and I know all of you have the same feeling. We also have seen how stories matter. And we've seen Greenville's diversity at its very best.
There's a saying, when an old man or an old woman dies, a library burns. It is my belief that we don't have to wait for our elders to die. We must capture that wisdom, those experiences in poetry, the arts. That's the place to do it.
And I think all of us then have become better by listening to these stories. And I ask you to remember Alex Haley's life code. Find the good and praise it. Thank you all so very much.